yesterday, it becomes clear that the Republicans in the Congress decided not to vote for relief for Sandy victims. A bill passed the Senate, $60 million. It gets to the House, they have it, and then they decide we're not going to vote on it. So Chris Christie comes in, and everybody's praising Chris Christie because he has the cojones to do this. You know what? There's no cojones here. There's no price that Chris Christie is paying to come out and say anything. Good for him for saying that John Boehner and the others are morons. Here, let's listen to what Chris Christie said.
There's only one group to blame for the continued suffering of these innocent victims: the House majority and their Speaker, John Boehner. This is not a Republican or Democratic issue. National disasters happen in red states and blue states, in states with Democratic governors and Republican governors. We respond to innocent victims of natural disasters, not as Republicans or Democrats, but as Americans. Or at least we did until last night. Last night, the House of Representatives failed that most basic test of public service, and they did so with callous indifference to the suffering of the people of my state. New York deserves better than the selfishness we saw on display last night. New Jersey deserves better than the duplicity we saw on display last night. America deserves better than just another example of a government that has forgotten who they are there to serve and why. 66 days and counting. Shame on you. Shame on Congress. It's absolutely disgraceful.
All right, cut it here. Okay, let me tell you. Okay. Now, I like a broken clock. He's right, but he's right for one time of the day, wrong for the rest of it. And I love his imitation of President Obama's 2004 acceptance speech, right? This is not a Republican issue, not a Democratic issue. We're not red state. We're not blue state. We're all Americans. Is dawn lighting on the Jersey Shore for the first time for this guy, or what? Why is it that the innocent victims of natural disasters we need to come to rescue, but the innocent victims of a medical problem, a heart attack, a loss of a job, their home burning down, being born into a family where their mom is a drug addict, or being born into a neighborhood that is underserved, those innocent victims, yeah, we can screw them. This guy's even more of a hypocrite for coming out and saying this. This guy's even more of a hypocrite because this is the Republican philosophy. The only time it changes is when it's in their backyard. So everybody can praise Chris Christie for getting it right this one time. But the notion of callous indifference to suffering, why is it a problem when it's just callous indifference to suffering for a natural disaster that happens in his state? Was this guy criticizing Bobby Jindal when he was talking about cutting FEMA? Was this guy criticizing Republicans in Congress when they're talking about cutting food stamps or school lunches for kids? No, the entire Republican Party is built upon callous indifference to suffering. It's just that he doesn't like it when it happens to threaten his electoral prospects in the upcoming governor's race. That's what Chris Christie doesn't like. But he said it in a real, plain-speaking way. Congratulations.
You'll be amazed at how many people that swoons the...
Ugh, unbelievable.